Hello and welcome to the special series of Make It Matter. And joining me on it today is our young and dynamic leader, Mr. Samir Shah, Executive Director and CFO of HDFC ERGO General Insurance Limited. Hello, Samir. It's nice to see you. How are you doing?
Thank you, Farida, and nice to see you too, and that too on a technology-enabled platform. I'm doing great, and I assume that likewise for you too.
All well, Samir. Thank you for asking. And I'm sure all our employees at HDFC ERGO would reciprocate you with a big thank you to this question over this question. Thanks to the mobile beeps of yesterday SMSing that the salaries are credited. How do you guys manage it?
Glad to know that, and I would like to just mention that at the onset of lockdown, we realized that liquidity is the most important aspect during this period. And what we did is that we organized our investment in such a way that our short-term investments and instruments and liquidity instruments where we put in were put in such a way that the cash flow is available as and when we need to meet our commitments to our internal and external stakeholders, including our beloved employees.
Wow, that's some amazing demonstration of foresight and planning. Lovely. The next question that we have for you is, in the Indian financial domain, in the Indian financial scenario, the month of March is a very, very crucial month, especially for our accounting and finance team. What were the major challenges that the team faced in the month of March with respect to this lockdown? And how did you face them? How did you handle them?
Let me also tell you that before I answer your question, that apart from the liquidity being the one of the critical aspect of this lockdown, we as a management also identified two other aspects which we need to take into account during the lockdown. And they are the two things. First and the most important thing was the employee safety. And as the old adage goes, that jaan hai to jahan hai, and I think we first adopted that. And second most important thing where we prioritized was the communication with our policyholders and our channel partners. And thereafter, rest of the thing followed. Now coming to your question, yes, March and April are most important and crucial months for all companies, at least in India, March being the financial year end, and the book closure happens in March and April. Similarly, for us also, this was the first time that unprecedented event had happened, and we had to also close our books, remotely. And I can tell you that, with the help of technology and the agility and the commitment of all the teams, we were able to complete it well in time. And I must say that the teams have really shown a good commitment and by about to the team.
Wow, I'm sure it's a big motivation when the team hears this. And I really like the statement "Jaan hai to jahan hai." Committed to each stakeholder of the organization. Lovely.
Yeah.
Samir, a very important and crucial question. What sort of challenges had COVID-19 outburst posed on our company's budgeting activity?
Oh yes, I think you picked up a critical aspect. This time of the year is the thing when we finalize our budgets for next financial year. And similarly for financial year 21, we were at a very advanced stage of finalizing the budgets. And as you would know, that budgets involved certain assumptions on the stability and also the some aspects of continuity of business assumptions. However, the COVID-19 in fact brought in a lot of uncertainty and have shaken all the assumptions that we had taken for formulating the budgets. And what it did was that we had to formulate the entire budget again, redo the things based on the zero-based budgeting logics for our revenues and costs.
Gosh, Samir, that says that that's a big one to start with post the lockdown is called off. A big activity.
Oh yeah, I think that's it. We will have to start on a reworked budget on new assumptions with COVID also in there, our assumptions.
And how are we doing on our investment front?
Absolutely, this is a very important element for any insurance companies, and these are all the monies that company has from the stakeholders and is to be made available as and when the claims come in. Fortunately for us, the portfolio is predominantly a debt portfolio and very low exposure to the equity markets, and this uncertainty and the volatility in the equity markets would relatively have, I would say, lower impact on our portfolio. Nevertheless, we are monitoring the portfolio very closely, and also these developments, how they would impact our portfolio.
That's some good news, music to ears when you said that. We're also really keen to hear from you on how are we contributing to the society as an organization at large in these testing times?
Yes, surely. I think we operate in this society and we really need to do back in maybe both ways, financially as well as non-financially. So what we have done as an organization, we have contributed 5 crores to the PM CARES Fund. Additionally, we have also distributed 45,000 masks and 20,000 sanitizer bottles to the Mumbai Police Force, who are out on the roads and taking care of our citizens. Also, we have donated some 5,095 masks to BMC's Nair Hospital. And again, through Narayan Drudalai Charitable Trust, we have donated 9 ventilators to various hospitals. Coming to non-financial aspect, we have contributed to the society in the form of our employees adhering to the work from home regime and thereby containing the spread of this virus.
Awesome. Social distancing practiced from work from home situation.
Absolutely, yeah.
Samir, this is a very, very different question than what I have asked till now. How do you envisage the world after the COVID-19 situation? How will the world look?
Wow, it's like, I would say, gazing in future, as to how it will look like. But what I feel is that it's going to be a very, very different world. And what we have seen as work from home regime, and that's going to become a norm as we go along. Secondly, the social distancing that we practice today is not going to get over so soon. And I think even after COVID-19 goes away, people are still going to practice it, some time to come. Last, but the impact of COVID-19, what I would like to say is that, we have been saying that the basic necessities of life are roti, kapda or makan. But this is going to change a bit. And we are going to add one more element to it, what I feel to be a good data pack. And one can imagine, if we need to turn and do this kind of an, talk, it would really be very, very important as we go forward.
On how have you managed to keep yourself as well as the teams motivated in these tough times?
Yeah, I think motivation is very, very critical in these times. And coming to first to the teams, I think we as management has been encouraging and rewarding teams, in terms of awards for the good work that they have been doing in these difficult times. In fact, last week we have done a kind of a award ceremony on Zoom, and it was really a good fun. And in fact, we also clapped and applauded the winners by unmuting ourselves. So it was a good, I would say, function to applaud the good work done by our employees.
And so, what motivates you, Samir?
Okay, maybe one more aspect I would say, that how do we in fact stay connected with our employees. We do calls, we do reviews over the call, and also ask for the well-being of the employee family members. And while doing the reviews also, maybe once in a while, it's also kind of a time when we have our own individual coffees and maybe at the time dalgonas also. Coming to maybe how I keep myself motivated is that I think that I have been saving a lot of time in commuting, and this time has come very handy for me to be with my family, spend time with my family, and even in fact get some time to catch up with a distant cousin or some friend, which in normal course we would not be able to catch up so fast. Again, I would say this distancing has helped us, to be, more socially connected, and that has been, I would say, positives out of this COVID. Again, coming to my own personal things, I would say that it has given some time to, do some yoga, maybe in the morning, half an hour. Maybe catch up with some good musical programs online, and also maybe at times find time some with family for some kind of board games or some online games with family. Yes, I think this has really been good in that sense.
Thank you, Samir, for being with us. It was wonderful talking to you, and we look forward to many more. Pray and hope that this COVID situation ends very soon, and we look forward to connect with each other. Thank you so much. And I need to say, HDFC ERGO as an organization does make it matter.
Thank you, Farida. It was my pleasure to be on this episode of Make It Matter, and would love to be there on many more to come in future. Thank you, and all the best. Yeah.